What's going on, everyone? From LowKick MMA, my name is Dan Podolsky. I'm joined once again with Fernando Padilla, coming off his UFC debut win over Julian Horosa. He's set to return to the Octagon on September 16th when he faces Kyle the Monster Nelson. Fernando, thank
Yes,
you so
sir.
much for taking the time.
No, thank you. I appreciate you for wanting to get in another interview.
No, and of course, and just first off, how's training been going and how did this fight come together?
Honestly, perfect. I feel that I kind of didn't stop since the last fight. I 1 week was like, well, less than a week. I started training on Friday after the Julian's fight again with coach. So like, I feel that it's been constant since the last fight. Even before that last fight, I was like constantly training. I think I talk a lot about it, but feels good. Feels like I don't have to get ready. Like I've been ready. I've been ready for this, and it's just now it's question of like fixing things up, getting adjusted to this new opponent, and other than that, maybe increasing the training a little bit, like making it a little bit harder. But other than that, man, I've been feeling great. I've been feeling all like even the fight camp has been just awesome, to be honest with you.
Have you gotten to watch any of Kyle Nelson's previous footage? What gives you the
Yes.
advantage over him and what stands out?
Yeah, man. Obviously, at this point in my career, I feel that there's no easy opponent. It's the UFC. So if you want to do good in an exam, for sure you need to study. So yeah, I've been watching film. I've been watching his fights, his wins, his losses. He's a really solid dude. He's really how do you say it? Tough. He's really tough, and I think obviously. Maybe he can take a little bit more punishment than Julian. I'm counting on that. But other than that, I like the matchup. I think it's a really good matchup. Also for him too, he just had a victory against an undefeated prospect, and I feel that like they getting him into that role of getting him to prospect, but. I know 6-0 guy. I have experience. I think we have the same amount of experience, or maybe I have one more. I know he's been in the UFC more than me, but I show in my last fight that really doesn't matter nothing for me. Like it really doesn't matter that he's in the UFC more time than me.
In reflecting on your UFC debut, it couldn't have gone better. You're facing a guy in Julian Rosa who's a top 25 or so featherweight,
Mhm.
and you knock him out within 2 minutes. Is that all that you had dreamed of? And also, what would you say to the people who would question the stoppage on that fight? Because I thought that fight was pretty much over.
It is all that I dream about. To be honest with you, brother, it was incredible. Obviously, what a better performance they're having it in the first round with like such an amazing way. Uh, I wasn't expecting it to be like that, but because I knew that specific exchange was going to happen, because Julian is the type of guy who you touch and he goes up again. He's never like he's relentless. So as long as I was like keeping my feet in the pedal and those little moments, I think that's why I capitalized. And man, I mean, it felt amazing. Like a dream come true for a fact.
Was it frustrating at all not getting the 50K bonus? Because I thought you should have gotten it.
Uh, I'll be honest with you. I would love to have the 50K. It will literally solve a lot of my problems in life. But I fight for more than just 50K. I fight for a dream, for like I feel that a lot of people call it legacy too, and I want that. That the 50Ks will come. I know I'm that type of fighter that I can get like a really good finish. So I'm just getting ready for more and more and more, getting better. Obviously, the bonus will be good, and I mean, finishing the fight is the most important thing.
And you talk about the legacy. There's no better way to kind of stamp that. You're fighting on UFC Noche, the Mexican Heritage card. You're obviously from Mexico. How important is it for you to get on this card and just to represent your country?
Man, it's honestly awesome. Since I finished the last fight, they kind of like talked to me about it a little bit and into like, hey, we're gonna wait maybe till September, and it's for sure a crazy experience knowing that it's gonna be the first Noche UFC, like the way that they change the name, the way that they making everything to like kind of Mexican. Uh, I'm really excited. I'm really excited because like I say, legacy. This is gonna be history, and I'm glad I'm part of that history.
In comparison to fighting at the Apex, how exciting is it for you to be fighting at the T-Mobile Arena, one of the fight capital of the world, essentially?
I'm the type of guy who like I really like the I fight in both before the UFC, big arenas and arenas with no people, and I think me with people like I'm getting pumped up by them. You know, it's a good feeling. It's something that obviously I crave and I like. If not, I would not be doing the sport either. You know, like it's not just about getting hit, but I think like using that energy that the people gives you, and I know it's gonna be a lot of Mexican people there, so I'm gonna be like full of energy, brother. I'm gonna be ready to go, ready to go do my job and to do it right.
Is there any part of you that's disappointed that the fight's not in Mexico itself and that they're doing, the ESPN or the UFC Noche in Vegas? And are you still hoping
Not
to
at
fight
all.
in Mexico in the future for the UFC?
Um, I'm not disappointed at all, honestly, because I feel that it's a good opportunity and it's close to me too. I can fight here, uh, so it's good. But I think we also as Mexicans need to like capitalize on this, and we need to go and win these fights that they're giving us. Uh, like capitalize on this big opportunity, not just as individuals, but as Mexicans in general, like from Alexa all the way to me and or like even Edgar Chaires that is below us and Lupe Godinez too, that like they've been doing so good, so Hoover, even Raul Rosas, like we just need to go and as a Mexican team, as Mexicans that we are, we need to go and like put on a show, put on a fucking show, you know, and show that we deserve more things like this. That's it, you know.
And looking at that main event, Alexa Grasso, Mexican champion, how do you think that fight goes for her with Valentina?
Mm. After the last fight, what do you want me to say? Um, I'm honest about this. I don't have to say nothing about it. That is a lie. But in the first fight, I really don't see how Alexa was going to win. I was like trying to make a game plan and stuff, just in my head, nothing crazy or trying to tell it to people, but in my head, just trying to make like a game plan. And I saw it like a really hard fight,
Mhm.
like almost like unbeatable. But then she went there and put that jab cross on her face, and everything changed, bro. Like I swear, my mouth was open and my eyes were like for the entire fight till the submission. Like it was it was incredible. It was literally like what it was like the feeling of having like the first time that Brandon won, that it was like, okay, si se puede. The same feeling it was with Alexa. It was like, man, she beat like one of the toughest girls ever in the
Mhm.
sport. And she did it with class, bro. She did it with fucking class.
It's certainly in that fight. I think people a lot of times will twist it as Valentina was crushing her, and then she threw the spinning back kick and Alexa choked her. Rewatching that fight, I mean, Alexa had the first round pretty clear. I gave 2 and 3 to Valentina, and round four was close until Cross was able to capitalize, take her back, and I don't care if you phrase it as a mistake by Valentina.
Hey, she, but
Alexa Grasso still took her down, choked her out. So
exactly. It's a game of mistakes. You know, you cannot have a mistake when you're like the best in the world. And Alec and Valentina knows too. Like you say, the fight was really back and forward. Like, I mean, I was expecting Valentina to be more powerful on the feet. Didn't happen. They were pretty like match up well. And then when Valentina got to the ground, I was like, she's gonna be more tough, more like heavier and stuff. And Alexa literally went there and then moved right. She didn't like really stop or show that it was hard to grapple even either. So like I think this next fight is gonna go same way. The first one to make a mistake is gonna pay for it. But I know will be ready.
it's certainly for mine. It's no disrespect to Valentina. I just thought the fight was a lot closer. Valentina's still the greatest flyweight champion of all
Yeah,
time, but Alexa Grasso looked fantastic and super pumped for that fight. And
hats
then
off to Alexa though.
in looking at yourself, it's gonna be 4 months since your last fight. That has to be nice for you after it was 2 years between the fight of the Rosa and the fight previous to that. 4 months. You seem excited about it.
Yes, it's amazing to be active. It's amazing to feel that you're gonna fight again, and that you're gonna like it's amazing to do it this fast. I like it. I like when I feel that I get more dangerous every time I fight, and fighting fast makes me more dangerous, obviously. So I like this. I like this feeling. I hope if I can get after this fight, even if it's a three round battle, I would like to get another fight in December if it's possible. So, man, like I want to stay active. It feels amazing.
And I was gonna ask, if you win this fight, all goes well, are you hoping to get a third fight in 2023? Clearly, your answer is yes. Are you hoping to maybe get a top 15 opponent with a win over Kyle Nelson?
I mean, everything with time. I'm not rushing into it either. So, like, if I get a top 15, I'll put my best on it like I always do. But if it doesn't happen, the next guy I fight, I'll be ready for it too. Like I'm always going to be ready. That's a good thing about right now. That's how I feel that my career is going. That I got into a point in the UFC where like I'm completely focused and nothing is like on my way to not do well in the next fight.
And I'll throw out a name for you if, going down the line, the guy you fought before is Dan Ige. Is that a rematch you're hoping to get?
Yeah, but I mean, Ige is going up. Like he won his last fight pretty good too. So like I don't think it's in the head of Sean Shelby or the matchmakers right now. So I'm just taking my time, man. But like obviously I would like to get that fight again and see what's up. You know, Ige Danny's been getting good. I think I've been getting better too. So let's
And,
see.
and looking at your division, right? Volkanovski just knocked out, your compatriot, Yair Rodriguez. He looked amazing. How do you think Volkanovski fights Ilia Topuria next, and how do you think that fight would play out?
Against Poirier?
To Ilia Topuria.
Oh, Ilya. I think I don't know, man. I think that right now fighting bulk is risky, not just because of a lose or a win, but he's a really smart guy. He's like his IQ is in a different level, not just his physicality. So uh he kind of shows the world how to beat people. You know, I'm not saying that like I know everyone gets better in every single occasion, but what he did to Max, what he did to Zombie, what he did to Jair, like I feel he's been on that role of like showing people how to beat other fighters. And it's just his IQ is just too big. I think Alien is not in that point. Athletic wise, I think they're gonna match up really well. Ilya is really good, really explosive, and obviously his center of gravity is a little bit it's low too. It's not like really tall like mine or other or like Jair. So I think Ilya might have like a good chance in the first couple rounds, but the push of bulk can tire him out. So that's what I'm trying to see.
And for you, you're training out in California. How's that been going, and who've been your main training partners this fight?
I have two, obviously Roberto Romero, El Charro Negro. He's gonna have a fight the same day that I'm gonna fight in Combate Global. Um, you guys need to keep an eye on that kid. He's gonna be really good, man. Uh, he's been my main partner for like the last few years, so he helped me for every single camp. Like it doesn't matter what, he's a monster. And then I also have this other guy, really good striker named Ardovan Moeni. He's been helping me too. It's a long guy, really good striking, solid guy. And those two mostly a lot of grappling with different people and feels good with bigger people than me. So because I know Kyle is going to be physically strong, so that's what I'm expecting. And that's pretty much it. You know, like same people out of Yama every time, every day,
Mhm.
and my teammates.
And for yourself, do you feel like at age 26, do you feel like you're finally like hitting the prime of your career?
Yeah, I think I'm getting things together. Maybe not exactly my prime, but I'm understanding MMA better. I'm getting into like a different understanding than when I was a kid, when I was younger. I know what I was missing back then. I know what I wasn't doing, and I know myself better. I think I just grew up into this sport too. Like I'm one of those people who has been in this sport, growing up with it and evolving with it. And I'm glad I didn't stay in Chihuahua and then just stay there and stay stuck. Like I came here and evolve, and it shows every single fight. It shows. So man, like I hope you guys can see a better Fernando every time.
Well, Fernando, I'm wishing you the best of luck. And just my final
Thank you,
question,
brother.
UFC Noche, September 16th. Kyle Nelson, Fernando Padilla. Fernando, give me your official prediction.
Uh, like I say, Kyle is really tough. I respect him a lot, and he make his style work with really good fighters too. So my prediction is going to be a war. It's going to be a Mexican war, and I expect to tap him out in the second round, and I think that's going to happen.
Fair enough. Fernando, I'm wishing you the best of luck. And if there's any socials or teammates you want to shout out, go for it.
Charro Negro and Instagram, follow him at Charro Negro MMA. Obviously, he's the man. Timo Yama, follow the team, and obviously me, El Valiente MMA. Just stay tuned, stay prepared, and magic's gonna happen.
Awesome. Guys, Fernando Padilla returns to the Octagon on September 16th for UFC Noche. He takes on Kyle Nelson. You will not want to miss it. Fernando, thank you so much for taking the time as always, and best of luck to you, my man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.